What's going on, everybody? El Numero Uno here, back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 2025 Royal Rumble. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment who you think is going to win the men's and women's Royal Rumble down below. Make sure you go check out our previous video on a few things you need to know about 2K25. That's going to be coming out very soon, and we got more news coming out hopefully within this week or in the next few weeks. That should be a lot of fun. But anyways, make sure you guys subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. The first match on the list is DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. This one's fairly easy to predict, I feel like. DIY just got the titles, so I don't see them taking it off them right away. They could maybe go back and forth between the titles. I wouldn't mind that as long as they're good matches and we can have some good concrete storytelling behind it. But I just don't see with DIY turning heel recently, getting all this new like merch, Titantron, everything, the whole 9 yards. I just don't see them taking off the titles off them just yet. Maybe at Mania. Who that will be too, I have no idea, but I think they're going to keep the titles for now. The other easy match I really want to talk about, and I think it's a no-brainer. Unfortunately, I think Cody Rhodes is retaining the championship. Yes, I said it. For all you Cody crybabies out there, Cody's going to retain, okay? He's not losing that title. He's the babyface of this company, and he's not going to lose. Although I have enjoyed this feud very much, I think Kevin Owens has really shined in this feud alone, whether it was the backstage footage or him sitting in his car for interviews, him taking the winged angel and proclaiming himself as the rightful champion. I think he's done an amazing job. If you ask me, I'm putting the belt on Kevin Owens and strapping the moon to him. But we know WWE is not going to do that. It's kind of just another no-brainer here. But I see Kevin Owens unfortunately losing this match, and I actually have him losing because of interference by Sami Zayn, costing him the match, and that'll also lead into part 2 of my prediction for the men's match a little bit here. And now it is time to predict the women's 2025 Royal Rumble match. Now, this might be one of the harder Rumbles to predict for women that I've seen. There's a lot of contenders that can win this. You have Bianca Belair, Nia Jax, Bayley, who won it last year, so she could go back to back. That'd be a dream, but I don't see her winning it. You have Io Sky, a possible, most likely returning Becky Lynch. She could also win it. There's a bunch of women that could win this match, but I think it narrows down to 2 people, and it comes down to Io Sky and Charlotte Flair. Now, I don't believe they need to give Charlotte the win here to get to Tiffany, which I do believe is the route we are going, to have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41. I do think that's the route we're going. Now, on the other side of things, on Raw, I see Io facing Rhea Ripley at Mania. I think they've already kind of teased it over a year ago, and Io kind of really doesn't have the rest of Damage Control with her. Dakota's out, Kyrie's out, so there's a perfect lane for her to win this Rumble and go on to face Rhea Ripley by herself at Mania. Does she win it at Mania? I have no idea. And for the other side of, if Charlotte wins, I believe she takes it off Tiffany to be the dominant heel that she normally is, and LOL, Charlotte wins. So between Io and Charlotte, I'm really at a crossroads here, because my brain tells me Charlotte. I've known this company for a long time. I know how they do things, and if Charlotte is anywhere mentioned, they're gonna go with Charlotte, right? But Io has such momentum right now. I feel like she gets great crowd reaction. Everybody loves her entrance. She's charismatic on screen. She's just an overall joy to watch, and I don't think no one will deny that. So I could see them giving it to her. I'm going to go with my final pick. I'm going with Io Sky for the 2025 Women's Rumble. Sorry, Charlotte, you're not winning, but I'm not going to be surprised if you get that that shot to win this. Again, it's a business decision. I think it's a no-brainer at the same time that she would win. So there you go. And I also think that Becky Lynch is going to return and get eliminated by Lyra Valkyria, and that's going to set up a feud. Now, I kind of wanted to add on to this. There's going to be some surprises, of course. Usually that's what we get, whether it's a legend or somebody returning or an NXT call up. I do have a few legends returning. I have like Trish Stratus, Victoria, Asuka possibly returning. And I think one big one that I'm hoping will return, and it's one that everyone has been wanting for a very long time to return, and that is none other than AJ Lee. Yes, you heard it here, AJ Lee. Hopefully, and I believe will return at this Rumble. I think out of any Rumble, this is the Rumble we finally see her at. There's been some teases, her name's been mentioned, so it's just, you know, you throw that, you know, that coin in the hat and eventually it's gonna stick, you know what I mean? I truly believe she'll be in this Rumble. And I also forgot to add that Jordynne Grace, even though she says she's not gonna be at the Royal Rumble, I truly believe she will be in the Rumble. Come on, you're not fooling anybody, Jordynne. Come on now. Big Mama Pump will be in this Rumble. She just signed with WWE. She'll definitely be in this Rumble. All right, now time for the men's Rumble. This one is equally as hard. That's what she said. Honestly, there could be a case for which one is harder to predict right now because of the amount of like superstar power in this one. I think this one's more stacked than the women's in terms of the way WWE presents him in terms of, you know, stars and stuff, yada, yada, yada. But I mean, you have John Cena, my tribal chief, the OTC Roman Reigns, the best in the world, CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Jey Uso, Penta, Braun Breaker, Chad Gable, and Rey Mysterio and his old ass. Okay. I honestly don't know. There could be a case for 5 different guys here. Cena, Roman, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew, I think all have the most chance to win this match. Like if we're putting a tier list of top 3, I think all those guys are number 1. Then you have Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and I don't know. I'm going to say The Rock is number 2 because if he's in this Rumble, which he could be, he has a chance of winning flat out. If The Rock's in it, there's probably a very good chance he wins and faces Cody at Mania. But this one's a toss-up. I've had to really think about this for a really long time, and I'm going to go with my gut. I do think CM Punk is winning this. I think he was supposed to win it last year, and his injury maybe hurt that. I'm not 100% sold on that theory, but I think CM Punk's going to win this here. They promoted him so much more lately. He won the very first main event on Netflix against Seth Rollins. So that just has me think he's going to win, and they're going to give him the title, I think, at Mania versus Gunther or something along that lines. I truly think CM Punk, you can't deny him at this point. I think he deserves it. He has put in the work. Roman, again, I think is such a strong choice as well because he's the cover of 2K. We literally just talked about that in the last video. Go check that out if you haven't, by the way. Cena, I think, also has a case because he's on his whole retirement tour. So the only way for him to possibly get another title match is to win this Rumble. And I think the hardest choice to then think about is who would Cena face, Gunther or Cody Rhodes. You know, I think if he goes up against Gunther, there's just no shot he wins. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Cody Rhodes. I think would be a little bit more intriguing because Cody Rhodes is pretty much in his John Cena run that John Cena was in for about 10 years. So there's some similarities there where Cena could be like, look, I was a top face just like you for so many years and I got mixed reactions, but yeah, you get all cheers. You know, Cena wants to probably prove himself, and the top guy right now in the company is Cody Rhodes. So I think that would create for an interesting dynamic, possibly even leading to the slow turn of Cody Rhodes, which I do think is starting to maybe show a little bit. So if we're going down that road just a little bit, you know, like tippy-toeing our way there, I think this is a good way to go. Seth Rollins as well, man. He really put an emphasis on that world title on Monday Night Raw against Gunther. So I really think he has a real chance of winning and facing Gunther at Mania and taking that title off of him. Again, Drew is in that same boat. He could also win I think a sleeper choice as well. Because he does have history with Gunther and he could have history with Cody Rhodes. So he could really go after either. And if they want to play up the Drew getting the sword from The Rock, you know, they can kind of do some stuff here and there. So like I said, I think all those 5 guys are the top choices. I'm going to go with CM Punk. Straight and simple. Sammy, you're not winning. Sorry. Nakamura, you're not winning. Logan Paul, maybe. Jey Uso, no. Penta, nope. Ray is definitely not winning. I don't ever want to see Ray near a title. If you ask me, he's way past it. He should just be putting people over and not having Kofi and Xavier. Okay, awesome. And that's going to do it for this prediction video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below who you think is going to win the men's and women's Royal Rumble. And don't forget, follow me on all my socials. I'll have that in the description of this video. So make sure you guys go follow me on the X and Instagram and TikTok. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.